Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays FTL. First off, fuck you, Nisos. You can suck on my version of what you look like. You are more trash than actual physical garbage. I was having trouble figuring out what ship to play, so I did a straw poll, and people predominantly voted for either Slug A or Lanius A. Lanius A actually had the most votes. I'm not cheating the system or anything here. Intervene to defend the outpost. They have just a beam. Well, 2 beam drones, so they can't actually hurt us, which is very nice. But I figured we'd play, even though it was a pretty close race, we'd play as the Lanius A because we don't actually have any victories with it yet. And I do think the Lanius A is actually a pretty okay ship. It's not necessarily top tier, but I think it's pretty good. We can very easily get through what we need to get through here. Just the old-fashioned way. We'll fire on the piloting system just so we have very little chance to miss in the future. We'll probably go on shields next. So as the Lanius cruiser, what do you start with? Start with a little bit of Monica in our lives, a little bit of Rita by our sides, a little bit of Nina, what I see, a little bit of Tina, what I feel. I've forgotten the lyrics to Mambo number 5, but in any case, we started with a chain laser. If you don't know what the chain laser does, it fires 2 shots, and every time it charges up to a maximum of 3 times, it gets a little faster with the cooldown period there. Well, we got 26 scrap from our first jump, which is pretty solid. We also start with an ion stunner, but the most important, the most characteristic thing about this ship is starting with 2 Lanius crew members. They have a laser and a beam. Kind of scary. We also start with hacking as well, which is extremely important in a situation like this, where we can hack their weapons and just make it impossible, if we handle it properly, for them to actually do damage effectively. So why did I hack weapons? Well, I want to see if they... Well, first things first, we'll just take a free shot on them like this, and then we'll hold off on the ion stunner for a second. But, yeah, I wanted to hack weapons just so that they didn't get a free shot, and then I might be able to sneak in one of those bad boys and take their weapons out. So their beam can't actually hit us now, which is what I was hoping for. In any case, yeah, the Lanius crew members are awesome. They're really good boarders, and they're really good at repairing, you know, situations where there's a breach. Not a very good surrender offer. And, you know, situations where there's very low oxygen. They also make our ship not necessarily, you know, border-proof, but they help, you know, make things a little bit more border-unfriendly. Because when they come on board, it's immediately going to be, like, pretty much vented everywhere that we don't have a non-Lanius crew member, which is everywhere right now. So we're probably going to try to get up this second bar of shields. We should have a pretty comfortable first sector here, as long as we're not dealing with too many missile launchers. They have a bomb, which is kind of a missile launcher, but I can probably more or less get around it just by basically handling the ship exactly the same way I handled the last one. The bomb timer is probably going to be such that I can even let their laser fire first, because they only have 1 shot with it. And then we'll, I'm not going to sneak off that ion stunner just yet. There we go. Hack that bomb. Then the ion stunner can come off here. Very well done. And then we can take the weapons offline, and we're good to go. We'll probably go on shields next just to speed this up a little bit in the future. But, yeah, we should be totally fine here. I guess they're attacking the doors. I was like, why do I hear mantises, like, at the door right now? That's a little scary. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 8 scrap, not quite good enough. It might actually end up being better than the reward that I get, but it's not worth not taking that gamble, if that makes sense. It's not worth taking a half-decent offer, because we might get a much better offer if they actually just die instead. So we end up getting 12 scrap, 1 less missile, 3 more scrap, or 4 more scrap. You know, it's not great, but it'll do. What do we really need on this ship? One of the first things that I would love to get... this usually means we're going to get boarded. Yeah. One of the things that I would love to get, as I just come in here for a second, let's stick you in the hacking room for a second, where there's hopefully going to be some Actually, you know what? Why don't you just get in the oxygen room? We're going to send our Lanius to just hang out on the door systems here. And then we're going to close these motherfuckers in. And we'll probably take what I assume is going to be a lot of damage to our systems in the meantime here. But as long as our oxygen stays working, doesn't really matter. Let's keep these guys locked in some dangerous zones for them here. Yeah, they're already starting to die, so we're good. Plenty of deaths already. Clone Bay's not powered up, so I have to be a little nervous, but this is okay. I mean, we can actually open this bad boy up right now. And you're all dead. Okay. Easy. The real problem is that we didn't get any reward there. Oxygen is powered up, so we'll just wait a second. Get everything repaired. Actually, you know what? You just go repair the piloting system. We'll have the 2 Lanius crew members come in here. Open all doors. Close all doors! Wow, that vented the oxygen out of the ship so quickly. Oxygen? Oh, it came back. We have 0% oxygen right now. That is one of the achievements is like get to sector whatever having no more than 10% oxygen or something like that. I don't know. I think we probably went over it just a little bit here, but that's okay. Board the station and look for survivors or scrap some debris. Let's look for survivors. We got 7 scrap, which is enough to take us to the perfect number, but no crew members, which is really what I wanted there, because we obviously want to use our Lanius crew members as boarders if we can. They have 2 lasers, and because we're in an asteroid field, I am just going to hack them just to take those lasers offline, just so we don't take any hull damage. It's more, in this case, just using one drone part to kind of like, you know, guarantee that we don't take damage. May or may not be totally necessary. But we should be able to use our... Oh, man, our own shot actually missed there, and they're dead. Did we need to use a drone part? Yeah, maybe, honestly. That seemed fairly smart to me. 3% oxygen on board. First things we will probably invest in is second bar of shields, as well as the doors, unless we have a good chance to actually buy some... buy a teleporter right away, which we don't. So, we have to jump, unfortunately. I mean, we can go to the store if we wanted to, but... I'd rather just kind of, like, harvest scrap on this first sector, upgrade our ship's, like, base attributes as much as possible. Since they have a missile launcher, I'm just going to accept their bribe. No stores in the near vicinity, so we'll pick up that extra shield power, which will give us much better defense against lasers, beams, and flat cannons, I suppose, although we shouldn't encounter too many of those right now. Nothing from that instance there. In fact, I don't think I've ever gotten anything from that, like, attempt to scan the planet instance. I wonder if you need, like, a blue condition to make that work. They have a missile launcher and an ion weapon. In this case, I actually will attack the automated ship. Reason is, you know, we could use a drone part to keep that missile launcher offline long enough for us to actually get a shot off, and now that we have 2 bars of shields... I mean, here's the thing. If you have, like, a missile launcher combined with an ion weapon... Oh, come on. Come on, shoot quickly. Oh, it still works! I can't believe it! That fire's gonna go out any second now. Like, a missile launcher combined with an ion weapon strikes me as worthless, because the ion weapon is not gonna be able to get through our shields. You know what, weapons, Lanius, why don't you just repair this breach? I know it seems silly to repair a breach in a situation like this, where, you know, we, basically want our ship to be as devoid of oxygen as possible. We're gonna do it anyway. That's all I can really say about that. When you come back... Oh, that's the door room. Picked up 25 scrap as a result there. I didn't want you to go to the door room. I wanted you to come here. 5 more scrap gets us that next level of doors. And we don't need any extra reactor power for that. It's been a pretty good first sector here, I would say, so far. This robot could save us a ton of time. Could I buy it off of you? Our crew is not for sale. 17 free scrap. That is gonna get us our next level of doors. That is pretty much... You know, a textbook first sector for a ship like this. Did pretty well. Took a little more or less unavoidable hull damage. We're not quite done with it yet. Let's attack the rebels. 2 lasers, and they are going to actually board here. So we'll see where they board, and then we'll adjust accordingly. And we're going to make sure to hack their weapons so they can't... you know what? This is probably one of those situations where it was a total waste to hack their weapons. Alright, let's think about the right way to handle this one then. I think we want to make sure that they're as locked in as possible, and this is going to be the right way to do that. Like this. That person is in a very bad place. They actually might have more than 1 laser shot. We'll just take those down. I mean, sorry, they might have more than 2 laser shots, but we'll take them out anyway. Doesn't really matter. If I kind of think they only have 2, though. So I think what I'm going to do is actually just maybe go on shields first. And if we get those completely taken out, then the stunner can do whatever it wants. Yeah, they only have 2 shots, so we're fine. Then the stunner can do whatever it wants, and the chain laser can do whatever it wants as well. So now the stunner can go probably on, like, piloting system here, and we'll hit up their oxygen supply, because taking out their weapons is meaningless. We might as well use their lasers as a way to train our personnel, like our dodge personnel, basically. And we might as well go on, you know, the med bay, keep that offline. And what do we stun? Why don't we stun the people trying to repair the oxygen now? And we'll kind of just keep on hitting this oxygen system. Maybe we can open up a breach or something like that. Maybe there's a crew member in there we could fuck with. Oh, they managed to repair the shields, much to my surprise here. But the stunner's still coming in. And if we keep stunning them as the oxygen goes down, man, there's a fire spreading too? That is surprising to me. I'm kind of just letting this go, because I don't see any reason not to. We might be able to kill that crew member just due to lack of oxygen or fire, etc., and then we can get more scrap as a result. Yeah, this guy seems like he's in for a bad time. Don't stand in the fire. You gotta listen to the Garth Brooks song. It's standing outside the fire, you dingleberry. They have another crew member. The crew member fixed the oxygen. That's very, very surprising to me. If we shoot, they will die. We're gonna do it. I'm tired of waiting now. I thought that would be the last crew member. Unfortunately, it was not. We did steal the civilian supplies. I'm a bad man, but we got 20 scrap as a result. Pirate or Mantis? Well, Mantis, you know, we got a long wave of red. But I kind of like that over Pirate. The green ones could be NG and Zoltan, and those are actually some of the more annoying ones. Mantis, we're going to get boarded like crazy. But that's maybe not the worst thing in the world, because getting boarded is not terrible for us, given the composition of our ship. And the fact that we have the second level of doors, and any intruders are going to have to deal with a severe lack of oxygen. Alright, they have an ion stunner and 1 laser. I don't think we need to waste a drone part here. Instead, we'll just buy our time. So, ion stunner's ready to go, but we won't use it until our lasers are actually prepared, which is basically right now. Doesn't really look like they can hurt me, so I'm actually just going to fire on shields. It depends how long our shields stay out for, but yeah, it doesn't appear that they're going to really be able to do anything. So, we'll send a stunner in here again in a second. We'll try to stun shields and then hit them. And it totally worked. Yeah, they can't get through, so it's a shame we don't have shield personnel, but we can still train our dodge personnel a little bit. I tried to stun shields again just to keep them from being able to fix it too much. Might as well go on the piloting system just to keep them from dodging. Not a very good surrender offer. 12 scrap. We could use some fuel, admittedly. There we go. See, we upped our dodge chance ever so slightly. Hit the oxygen a little bit. And, you know, we could go through that whole song and dance of trying to make sure that they get killed again, but... like, the crew gets killed, but I'm not going to bother with it. We get an anti-ship beam drone and 21 scrap. That's pretty solid. Because we don't have a store in the near vicinity, I'm going to up our dodge chance with the existing extra scrap that we have for right now. Takes us up to 20% passive, which is alright. I mean, it's not great, but we start with only 1 bar, which is really, really bad. They have an ion stunner and a teleporter. That's going to be their ship's possible attacks here. So, I mean, that's really terrible for them, as you might expect. We're going to just send our crew member down here to make it even level 3 doors, just so this guy is even more screwed than he might otherwise be. And that stunner shouldn't be able to hurt us. I don't think there's like a second level ion stunner. So I'm pretty sure that these guys are just totally fucked. We'll take out their shields as soon as we can. Are shields completely down, or is it just because they're ionized? That's a good question. Now you can go back on weapons. We can open up this door. Oh, okay. Well, we probably should have stayed on shields with a little bit of an attack then, but that's okay. Stunner now. I mean, why am I stunning the weapons? I should be stunning something else. Why don't you go into the door room here, and I have a feeling that this NG is not going to really like the way he looks, I guarantee it, in a second here. Keep shields offline. And with these completely offline, why don't we just stun, like, their medbay? The ion stunner is not going to be potent enough to take out oxygen, I think. But the chain laser certainly is. Alright, you come back here. And we'll go on the medbay now. How are they going to choose to handle this one? This is an interesting proposition. What are they trying to fix is the other question. Doesn't really matter. They're all dead. One of these days we might be able to kill the crew, but probably we're going to need a teleporter before we really seriously entertain that idea. I should not have jumped yet. That was a stupid mistake, but I guess our ion damage is all gone now. Nothing, or the ion damage that was on our shields is all gone. Nothing going on at this beacon. They have a missile launcher and a laser. We'll attack the ship. And the reason we're being a little bit more aggressive is because, quite honestly, we can afford to be because we can hack. So that usually will result in us being protected from a little bit here. Yeah, this seems like the proper way to handle this for now. So we'll hack the weapons just to make sure that their missile launcher doesn't get a free shot at us. And done. This way we can sneak in an ion stunner that can land on the shields. I mean, it would land on the shields no matter where it landed anyway. Oh, it missed. Okay, well, come on, chain laser. Good, we took their missile launcher offline. That's exactly what we want to do. So their laser will still be able to fire. Again, that just gives us increased possible benefit of training. Might be able to sneak in a shot on their shields quickly. Good enough. We've taken them down. It's still 1 bar, though. Man, they are having some serious problems in this weapon room. But until they get that missile back, we are not going to bother hacking it. Instead, it makes way more sense to just focus on the rooms where we can do more damage quickly. Get their oxygen room up. Are you really good? Why do you send the NG in here? Like, that's just... He's the only person that can actually repair things for you and make your life better. You're just like... You know, I believe the NG are our future. You really came in here for 2 seconds just to fuck with me like this? It's alright, we'll close this door so we don't get subjected to any undue problems. Oh, you poor, poor Mantis. Too bad you didn't have an NG to help you there. That's your captain's problem, so, you know, take that up with him. Or her. Well, doesn't really matter now, as they are deceased. And we'll continue moving on. More fuel would still be nice. We are running a little low. We'll demand the surrender of their goods. They have a drone? What is the drone? Not Ion Intruder. Thank fucking God. So they are going to try to escape. We could hack their engines or piloting system or something. I wonder if you hack FTL, like the engines, does it actually drain the engine power or the FTL charge? That'd be cool if it did. I wonder, because our chain laser is just going to start to fire faster, right? Like, it's never going to get any worse. As long as we can just open up like a seam on them a little bit. There we go. So we can completely delay their FTL here. And it's only going to get harder for them from this point onwards, right? Like, if we just now go on shields. Yeah, their shields are completely out. Now the stunner can just keep their pilot system at bay. We can fire in on their oxygen or something like that. A lot easier to repair things when, you know, you can take a deep breath and, you know, hug your children and something like that. And you're dead. Wonderful. The ship's going quite well so far. We got a fire beam. I like that a lot. 23 scrap as well. There's no store. Fire beam requires 2 power. How would we handle this? We would handle it by taking out enemy shields, then switching from Ion Stunner to Fire Beam, which requires 1 more weapon power with the reactor power associated with it. What's the charge time like on the first charge? It is 20 seconds versus 16 seconds. The stunner's pretty good. Let's stick with the very conservative strategy for now, because our system is working out very well for us. But once enemy shields are down, I think we will switch over to the fire beam. They have missile launcher and laser, which is pretty par for the course. We've dealt with it many times. We send over the little hacking robot, beep boop beep, and get ready for some hard times ahead. This Mantis is probably totally fucked. Alright, so how do we do this? We wait till the missile's almost charged, which is close. Oh, it feels so... It's like orgasm denial. It's really nice. That's not just an Egyptian orgasm in the river. Also, don't do that. People drink from that. We stun this. And then we shoot on this. Weapons completely out. Here's what I think comes next. Stun the shields. Comes in just a second here. Open these doors back up. And then we get the chain laser. I think now we can say Ion Stunner, fuck off, we're going Fire Beam. We get the chain laser, and the chain laser goes like beep boop. It says fuck your shields forever. That's more or less how that worked out. And then the Fire Beam, oh, it's so beautiful too because the way their ship is actually laid out. Are you really gonna try to repair these weapons? Like, don't make my life harder on me, please. I'm very sorry about this, NG, but it had to be... Oh, God, it even started a fire. What's wonderful about this is the way their ship's laid out, you have to go through the weapon room to get anywhere else. So we can, like, seriously just start fires that they can't even deal with. Oh, I can't see what that's doing, but I have to imagine that they don't like it very much. Let's hit that oxygen, too, just so, you know. Basically, the oxygen not being there will help put out the fire. Something tells me they're probably not going to be okay with that, though. You know what? It would be nice if their medbay didn't exist either. Oh, that's really a shame. That's a darn shame right there. 41 scrap. Ion Stunner comes back online then. There is a store. I think we'll be able to get some more scrap, then go to the store. We'll see. We have stuff to sell, at the very least. And they have like a laser and a beam. If that's only a one-shot laser, there is no way I'm wasting a hack here The only reason I would waste a hack here is to actually... it is only a one-shot laser. Oh, but the ion pulse. I get you. So we really should go with the fire beam here because they're not going to have shields anyway. So wait for the ion pulse. Then hit their weapons. Oh, good. With both weapons offline, our fire beam becomes exceptionally useful. We'll also go on the piloting system just so we're... you know what? Let's take shields out, even though they're going to be out anyway. Doing some damage here would help me out. I'm not going to use the fire beam yet. I'm going to wait for their shields to go out again. I believe they will. Okay. Our weapons are still online. So where do we start fires? Oh, please, lordy, in the piloting and the oxygen room. A fire in the oxygen room is just the most annoying thing to have to deal with. There we go. Keep messing with them here. Well, they actually landed a shot. I'm amazed. That's all they got, so we should actually send our other Lanius crew member in here to help out. It's very frustrating. You got me there, I'll admit. Didn't expect that. I have to imagine that that fire is probably causing you substantial problems right now, though. Confirm? Deny? This is why I should get next level of sensors as soon as I can. Now we'll just kill them. Another good sector, I would say. 24 scrap. We should jump away as soon as possible. There's 2 stores. We're going to go to the store closest to the exit beacon, just in case. What do you got for me? Another fire beam. Okay. Cloaking is obviously wonderful. There's nothing we can do about that, though. We'll sell beam 2. 95 scrap. Buy 4 fuel. No need to fix. I don't think we need a stun bomb. We can't afford cloaking. I don't really want drone control yet. Although it would be very nice to have some... We can't sell anything to get it. That's the problem. Maybe we won't buy anything just yet, but we'll see if maybe we can get to this... We're probably not going to be able to, are we? No, I don't think so. We're going to have to be okay with just using dodging for missile defense for now. Yeah. Alright. Well, we'll upgrade our weapon power a little bit then. That'll be 75. That will mean that we can actually have our ion stunner active. Cool. If I bought 1 less fuel, I could have had a drone control unit with a defense drone up, which seems like it would have been super useful. Aid the civilian ship. We'll have to... Well, you know, we don't need that much in the way of missile defense because we've done so well at hacking so far. So how do we make this work? Since they can't actually do any damage to us, all we have to do is wait until everything's good to go. Ion stunner will go. It doesn't really matter where it lands first. It hits, then we hit shields. Oh, that's gonna hurt. And then, you know, all of your relevant rooms are now on fire, so I think that's gonna be like a serious problem for your chances of living. I don't even know what I want to... Let's stun the oxygen so that they can't get in there and put out the fire. I think I actually destroyed their drone, which means I could hack them if I want to. Chain laser, the oxygen. Yeah, that's completely out now. Their shields are coming back. Yeah, the stunner is landed on oxygen, though. That's going to be problematic for them. Let's wait for the stunner to hit, which it does. And then the chain laser can go on shields. And then we can start a fire in everything these people have ever loved. Really need to get that next level of sensors so I don't have to take the game's word for it that the fire is actually working. We're going to chain laser the shields again. I don't like when they, you know, manage to keep their shields down. The fire just ravaged them there, so that's great. And 17 scrap. Whoa, okay. This changes everything. First off, next level of sensors. Then we have a 4-power glaive beam. Goes through 2 bars of shields. It's an exceptionally good weapon. I think this is like a late game replacement for the fire beam for us. We can be okay with the weaponry that we've got right now, but if I can replace the glaive or the fire beam with the glaive beam, I think that'll be beneficial. It's a really good weapon for free, of course. We just might not be able to use it right away. Rock-controlled sector doesn't scare me at all. I'm feeling pretty good about the way this run's going so far. The game's been extraordinarily generous. We're only on sector 3, but that's a-okay in my books. Wait, then attack the surviving mantis. Yes, that sounds like something I would do because I'm an asshole. Are they actually going to send 1 mantis to board me? That is cute. They have the capability to get through our shields, so we'll have to be smart about our use of hacking here. Okay. Something tells me you are probably going to regret that decision, my insecty friend. Wait for... Oh, they fired the lasers before they fired the missile. That's not going to help them out too much. Alright, so the stunner comes in. We should really upgrade our hacking soon. And then we hit the... you know what? We wait a second for fire beam to get closer. Then we chain laser him. Ah, they managed to sneak one through because I'm an idiot. Alright, and then we start a huge fire in their weapons shields room, and maybe the door room if we can hit it as well, because this is going to really fuck with them. Oh, that is glorious right there. And their missile missed, so they're not going to be able to stop the weapons from getting screwed here. They're going to have a hard time. They might be able to sneak another missile shot off in the meantime. That's okay. I can live with that. In the meantime, we'll just wait for everything to charge up. Oh, another miss? Life is good. They might get those shields repaired, but there's no way that they are getting weapons repaired. So, we just waited until everything's back. Then, we start the fire. Or, sorry, we start the stunner. Then we hit their shield room again. And then we start a fire. This time I would love to hit, you know, shields. I want to hit the clone bay too, just because that's... Oh, sorry. I guess we can hit the clone bay later after we use the fire beam to hit, like, these important rooms. Seems like this is gonna really fuck with them. Yeah, that's pretty good. Didn't quite start a fire in the engine room. That's okay. I'll be alright with that. Oh, and continuing to stun this Engie, that feels really good. So now that we have sensors, we can much more easily plan how to actually kill their ship. Or sorry, kill them without killing their ship. One thing we're gonna do is just go to town on this Mantis. He'll be dead in a second. And they're all done. 24 scrap. Alright, very interesting ship composition we've got going on here. Hacking to give us more missile defense seems like a good strategy for now. We're pretty resistant to these fires, to be honest with you. Heavy ion plus a big burst laser is going to be annoying, so I actually am going to hack them, even though it does cost us a drone part. And what I'm going to try to do is stagger their shooting here. So wait, the laser comes in, so I'm going to hack now so their ion can't get in as well. They could still hurt us, though. And they did. Fair enough. We don't need to repair that clone bay just yet. Everything's pretty much good to go here, so we're going to hit them with the stunner, then the chain laser. Oh, okay, chain laser, don't miss. That's the problem. If we miss, the fire beam just destroys them. The problem is they do have a Rockman here. Now, Rockman, notoriously good at fighting fires, right? But unfortunately for them, it's going to be very difficult for them to... Oh, that's not what I want to do. It's going to be very difficult for them to put out this fire in the oxygen room as a result of the fact that... you know, that we have a hacking thing going on there. And I wanted to start rooms in as many fires as possible, just so that they couldn't actually send Rockman into all of them. Seems smart to me. Now, we did take damage in our oxygen system. I think it's fair to say we'll probably get a Lanius crew member in to repair that as soon as possible, because that could be problematic. Their oxygen is completely out. Their ship's going to vent pretty soon. And their weapons are starting to get offline. That's really good news. Okay, I think we'll just... chain laser quickly. Good. And then we'll start fires in the rooms we haven't started fires in. That was a poor decision on my part, I will admit. Oxygen's still doing fine. It's now fixed up as well. Life's good. You know what? While you're there, why don't you fix up the clone bay just to save us a little time on the way out. Hit the shields. Good enough. Started another fire, I guess. How are these guys, like, still not dead is what I'm trying to get here. They don't even have a med bay. They just have a lot of HP. The fires are starting in rooms where they can't really hurt me, so I'm not too concerned. Obviously, again, we're just going to start a huge fire here. And ideally, the stunner will just keep hitting these shield rooms, thereby making sure that they just continuously die in the... or continuously get hurt, I should say, in the flames. And the oxygen will start to get to them. This is a very lovely situation here. I'm a big fan. So the oxygen's really tearing him up. Hey, victory through asphyxiation. We got another achievement there. I don't know what that's for, if that's like cumulative effects or what. They're obviously having quite a hard time right now. I know that they have no fire, or they have no oxygen, but I wanted to start a fire just so they couldn't repair that oxygen anyway. And you know what? You should get back to the weapons room. Alright, 24 scrap. For free. There's a store coming up, so I don't really want to spend scrap. We might be able to get like a pre-igniter or something, which would be amazing. Strip the ship. Free scrap. Strip the ship. Stripped. It sounds like a college, like, fraternity chant or something. They have a laser and a beam. Little scary. Not too bad, though. So we're going to go on these shields here. Or, sorry, these weapons here. And again, if we can just separate them so they can't shoot at the same time, that's great. But it looks like the charge times are very similar. So let's not count our chickens. Let's just be smart about this. So we wait for the stunner to hit now. Might have caused ourselves some problems there. Might get hit once. Good enough to start a fire in here. And Ideally, we want weapons. Oh, can we... that'll do. It doesn't start a fire in their oxygen room, but we can get to that next time. It didn't hit their medbay either, which is really frustrating. And we didn't get hit, though, so I'm not too sad about that. So we'll wait for the chain laser to be ready. They're going to the... Oh, they're going to the No, they're going to fight their way through here. Okay, got it. Stunner has to... Doesn't really matter where it hits. We got very lucky their laser didn't get a chance to fire. I think we go on shields. We wait a second. And then we go on shields just so our fire beam can be active again. And now that the fire beam's active, I think we hit shields, medbay, and oxygen. We didn't quite start the fire in the oxygen room, but that's okay. We've put them very much behind the 8-ball, and now we just start stunning them in the shield room for now. We stun them in the shield room, they're going to get some fire. Take out their oxygen. It's very good. This is a nice way to play. I dig this. Stunner hits. We go in with the chain laser. Good. And then the fire beam again. Doesn't really matter what we hit, but I would like to maybe do this so we can hit their oxygen room as well as starting a couple fires in their shield room. This way they're going to take a lot of damage, and it's going to be impossible for them to, you know, come back from this. And then we're not going to hit them anymore. We're only going to hit them with the stunner. The reason for this is that I don't want to do too much hull damage. If I hit them with another chain laser, they'll just die. And the fire is going to slowly spread through the ship here. In fact, we can actually do something like that and maybe start a couple more fires. Just, you know, literally light a fire under them so they take... Oh, they don't... I forgot rock people don't take damage from fire. But just by doing this, we will very slowly ensure that they die. The stunner is the ultimate choice for us in this situation. I wonder if they'll be able to repair the oxygen before the other one dies. We can probably just hit the stunner on this oxygen personnel and he won't be able to make it. Oh, that's so unfortunate for him. Or her. And, you know, the oxygen's eventually going to vent through this ship, man. Nikos, you've got a problem. I could start a fire in there. But if it does 2 hull damage, then that's not good. Are these seriously just the greatest doors of all time? They don't even have a door system. How? Oh, there we go. They're done. Okay, that took a while, but it's extra scrap, so it's worth it. We're up to 128 now, which is exactly what you want to have, 120 or so, in order to go to the store. They have cloaking, which we can't really use, because we can't afford it, unfortunately. Some crew members. And if we buy 2 crew members, then we could buy the teleporter as well, but we actually wouldn't have the money. Why do I say 2 teleporters? Because then we could actually send our crew over. And we might still be able to send like 1 crew member over. I don't know if it's worth it though. I kind of like the way our shit's already outlined for us. Hopefully we'll be able to get cloaking in the future. For now, just buy some fuel. Fix up a very little bit. We're on Sector 3. Why don't we get next level of hacking? And we'll pick up another level of dodge as well. Alright. So far, so good. You know, we're on Sector 3. We don't need to urgently upgrade, like, our defensive systems. They seem to be working out really nicely for us so far. You're really gonna regret that. I'm just gonna let, you know, nature finish you off, pretty much. And, I wonder if they might actually be able to sneak through here. So I'm thinking, why don't you come down here? And then we'll close this off this way. And then with level 3 doors, it's going to be a little bit more problematic. No, this is not fine. This is fine. Yeah, you're going to have problems now. I wonder if they're going to be able to make it through. No. Womp womp. So we'll open this door back up, and then we can still hit the exit beacon this way, so this seems smart. Asteroid field doesn't really frighten me that much. They have a lot of lasers. We would probably be really stupid if we didn't at least hack their weapons. Good. And we'll do what we often do, which is just try to keep them staggered. And I think we can actually get away with maybe using our stunner earlier than our other weapons this time. So we'll maybe wait till that first laser fires, which it did right away, and then we'll hack so their other laser doesn't get a chance. Alright, and now that they are stunned, we're gonna go to town on... We'll go to town on weapons just to keep ourselves safe. I really wanted to go for shields, but, you know, since they can't do anything about weapons anyway, I figured we might as well. I mean, because of the hack, they can't get into the room. I figured we might as well handle this. So their oxygen has gone out, and everything is now on fire. I can't help but feel that they'll probably be displeased with this. I think we're going to have a really hard time actually destroying the crew without destroying the ship, because if their shields go out, as they continue to do here, the asteroids are just going to tear them apart. So, they're going to surrender. I'm not going to take it, just because I think we'll get even a better offer if they all die. That being said, we might as well just put them out of their misery right away, because otherwise, yeah, the asteroids will do it for us. That's fine. We took 29 scrap out of that deal, all things considered, which is a pretty sweet deal. And I'm feeling really good for, what are we on, Sector 4 now? I think just recently I said we were on Sector 3. Ignore that, I'm an idiot. Store, we have nothing to sell. We might have something to buy if we get a huge windfall here, but I doubt it. You know, honestly, buying a crew member doesn't seem that bad to me, but we're going to attack the slaver scum. I'm not ethically or morally, obviously, it's bankrupt. I'm just saying, you know, 29 scrap for a rock crew member seems like a pretty okay deal for me in this day and age. Oxygen will still be vented here. This guy might actually be able to break his way into the pilot room. So ideally, they'll fire that laser. Perfect. And then we can hack so they can't actually get that flat cannon to do anything. And then we just wait a second. And the stunner and chain laser and fire beam are going to be basically ready to go concurrently. So stunner goes. Then the chain laser. Good enough. We took out their laser. And then you always want to start the fire, in my opinion, in the room that has the weapons in it. Or in the room that has the hack in it, I should say. So I think I'm just going to go for like 5 fires like this. And we at least started 4 of them. That's pretty good. The fire beam's relatively slow, so I'm not surprised that it took a little while. And then we'll just take a moment here. We can't hack, so their flat cannon is going to have a decent chance to do some damage. And it did. It did hull damage, though. No big deal. We shouldn't auto-fire our chain laser. That was dumb of me. But their weapons are completely out, so we have some, you know, pretty strong leeway here. So now that they're trapped in this room, this is where we'll try to land the stunner. This is also where we'll hit the chain laser. And they don't have a med bay. So we're going to start fire in, like, oxygen, shield, teleporter, I guess. You know what? Not teleporter. Because if we start it in the teleporter room, then it'll do hull damage when it tears through that system. There we go. These Zoltans are in a real bad place. Let's see if we can just get the kill very easily here. Ah, there we go. We surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, we'll die anyway. And then they gave us a crew member, even though they all died anyway. I guess I'll accept their offer. So weapons personnel, not a particularly good one, but we'll put them in the shield room. And we'll wait till the oxygen gets done there, and we're good to go. So having another crew member, not so bad. Now if we have the option for a teleporter, we can move this person over to engines, I guess. And everybody else could go. We're not going to be able to... I think we should just go to the next sector. Oh shit, this is only Sector 3. Wow, this has been a long but very fruitful run. What do I want on Sector 3? 3rd bar of shields, then we'll start working towards more weapon power. Firebeam is doing really well for us, though. So what do we have? We have a missile launcher, an ion stunner, and a bomb. It's a little bit difficult for us to get through shields. That's what I'll say about this run right now. Where did you go? You want to fight in the engine room. That's going to drastically lower our dodge chance, but that's not going to be important right away. We're just going to close you in. Yeah, that's not going to be important right away. We're going to wait for that missile to almost get charged. And then we'll take it off. That extra hacking is super nice to have. So we ion stunner the shields. And then we go for the weapons. And then the fire beam, weapons, shields, and this empty room over here. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, and our rock crew member will be fine. Just give them a second for the oxygen to come back. And we won't move the Lanias back for a second here, even though they are going to shoot. I would love to move the Lanias back. We just can't yet. Now we probably can. Alright, so we'll open this shit up again. Oh, we did take their missile launcher offline just in time. Okay, almost everything's ready to go again. Apologies for seeming maybe a little disjointed right now. More weapons going offline. They are going to have a bomb that comes in a second. That's okay. Ion Stunner comes. Their bomb did hit, and it's going to hit my hacking, I think, which is Maybe bad because it'll take my door protection offline, but apart from that, not so bad. Now, we hit here. We have to start some fires in this clone bay. And if we hit oxygen as well, that would help. We didn't start any fires in the clone bay. That's very surprising to me. That missile got hit by an ion stunner on its way out. Talk about bad luck. Our hacking still totally works, by the way. So we'll wait for that bomb to get close, which it is, and we'll just hack them here. And ion stunner is going to hit these shields. Ah, good. Keep them stunned, especially now that there's a fire in there. And then we'll fire on shields. And then our fire beam just only hit the clone bay. As long as you start one fire in the clone bay, that's all that matters. Okay, so they're probably looking to escape now, if I had to guess. So we'll hit the ion stunner. Maybe hit the mantis a little bit. And he's going to be dead soon. The NG's going to be dead soon as well. Start a fire here. Ah, that should do it. Oh, where are you trying to go, buddy? We got a free ion bomb. It's only one power. One power. Interesting. Maybe something to do with our surplus of missiles. We have a Stewar, but I'm not going to go to that Stewar yet. I want to make sure we get as much scrap as we possibly can before that happens. They have an ion weapon. Ooh, and a laser. What do we hack? Very interesting question. I think we hack piloting. And we just hope. They have 35 evasion chance. We just hope that we don't get hit by too much of this. That's fine. That is totally a-okay. So we should maybe hack, hack it right now. Stun their weapons. And then chain laser the shit out of piloting. With piloting completely offline, they have 0 evasion. The fire beam probably won't do any damage at all. Because it'll just, the fire will just run away so quickly, or run out so quickly. But maybe it will. 3 ions sucks pretty hard, but we can ion stunner their weapons. Good, and then they can't do any damage to us. So we'll hit cloaking up. They're pretty much screwed at this point, I would say. Make sure to hit them where it hurts. The ion damage is annoying, but nothing else. Their weapons are all offline except for the ion. We'll just keep going to town on them, you know. Fire beam. I wish there was a way to forcibly oxygenate the ship so that the fire actually had a chance to survive and do damage. But this is fine. We did okay. 2 fuel, 18 scrap, up to 83. Pretty good, you know. You want roughly 150 in order to use the second bar, third bar of shield, sorry. We don't want any of those weapons. Some of those are alright. Some of those augments, but we'll sell the ion bomb. Takes us to 110 scrap. So, let's just jump away for now. We don't need third bar of shields yet. We can afford to wait for 40 more scrap rather than microing a little bit. And they have 4, what looks to be 4 laser shots. We're lucky we've been so flush with drone parts on this run so far. So what do? We wait for them to shoot their first laser, and then we do the same thing we always do, try to get them offset, and then that drastically lowers their ability to do damage to us. Like so. Sneak in with, well, we might as well wait a little second here. Sneak in with a little ion stunner on the shields. Sneak in with a little chain laser. And then hit him where it hurts in all of these relevant rooms. Weapons, shields, maybe oxygen. I didn't quite make it to oxygen, but 2 fires in the weapons room is pretty good. Now, they will still be able to hurt us here. Oh, no, they won't. They've had to micro their weapons, and now they can't do any damage to us. So that's pretty nice. And gives us a good chance to get our shield personnel, you know, charged up a little bit, or powered up a little bit as those impotent shots kind of bounce off our hull. Make sure to stun the shield room. Make sure to do damage in the shield room, and then we'll start another wonderful fire. Maybe like this. Oh, shit. Okay, we started a fire in 3 rooms. I consider that to be pretty important. Well, being on that door system is not going to help you out as much as I think you think it will. Let's hit their oxygen. And I think that this is probably going to do it. Did we start? Nah, maybe we did start 2 fires there. They're totally done. I can't believe that that NG actually managed to put out that fire. I'm actually kind of amazed. He has 3 HP. What's he gonna do? You can't just sit in the door room for the rest of your life. Are we gonna wait for oxygen or try to start a fire under him? I'm gonna try to start a fire under him. And that worked. So we got Philip. He's a mantis. who's good at engines and shields. In fact, he's very good at shields. He should be our new shield personnel. And Rockman, you're gonna become maybe like permanent sensors? Maybe, because that, or permanent doors. We always send somebody down to the door room, so maybe Rockman, you're gonna now be permanent doors. It's a long walk there. Don't get too comfortable. Alrighty. The problem here is that we're gonna get way more oxygen on the ship, but that's okay. We're actually more immune to boarders now as a result of having a Mantis crew member and better door system. A little low on fuel. They have a nasty missile launcher and a charge laser. But the wonderful thing about this kind of situation is that that missile launcher is going to take 100 years to charge. So as long as we hack their weapons, it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to fire more than one shot over the course of this entire run, I would say. Look at how slowly that's charging up. You're going to fire 2 laser shots at me? Like, what's the point? Anyway, shield shot comes in. Oh, it missed. Let's chain laser quickly. That missed too, so you know what? Now we have to wait. It's a good thing we did hack. And now. So their missile's going to stay offline. We need stunner and chain laser to both hit. Here we go. There's one. Only one has to hit now. That's good. They both did hit. So where do we go? Really, it doesn't matter. The world's kind of our oyster. But I'm going to start 3 fires on the side of the ship where they are going to have some serious problems. So take out that oxygen. They're going to have to send somebody into that weapons room. That's going to take their evasion chance basically down to 0. They landed a shot. More power to them. They landed a shot. We'll send our Lanius in here to fix this. It's going to take a while. Don't get me wrong. Without their missile launcher being active anymore, though, I'm not very concerned about this. Their oxygen is now completely out. Now their missile launcher is active, but we'll be able to hack it. So, now where do we start the fire? Shields. Yeah, definitely. And the empty rooms? I don't know. We'll see if we can start 2 fires. We did! Alright, this Mantis is screwed. He's dead. Now we ion stunner. It doesn't really matter where it goes. Yeah, well, I guess it does, because we can keep him at bay. And we'll keep their shields completely off. Yeah, and then the stunner can just consistently land here, and they'll all be dead. Oxygen's back up. It did get a little touch and go there for a second. Oh, he actually managed to escape. Where are you going, though? Yeah, you're dead. We got another Mantis crew member, which is just kind of getting ridiculous at this point. But you can go ahead and rest up in the sensor room. And now a teleporter would be lovely, but we're not going to get one super soon, so instead, I guess we actually will have to take a little bit of power away just to use our shields appropriately. We do have the 3rd bar of shields by Sector 4, though, which is a super awesome position to be in. What do we have here? Trade 1 fuel for 4 missiles. Ignore. We need fuel way, way more than we need missiles right now. What do you got for me? And it, rock crew. Crew member prevents a riot. That's more scrap for us, which we can now put back into our dodge chance. We're up to passive 30, which is pretty good. There is a store, and I'm very excited about this store because we can buy fuel and not be stranded here. Zoltan energy shield, super annoying. We can't hack through the Zoltan energy shield. If we get lucky, we might be able to take out that shield before that missile gets to fire. I'm skeptical, though. Come on, 30% dodge chance. That actually charged super quickly. So, I may not use a fire, but yeah, we're definitely not going to use a fire beam anymore. And now we're safe. Lanius, just get in here and fix this breach. We're going to hack their weapons, make sure their missile launcher doesn't get another chance to fire. Stunner's going to go. Chain laser's going to go right after. That's going to be fine. Hack. Okay, chain laser's ready. Good. And then we hit him where it hurts, basically. Weapons, doors, shields. We got weapons. That's the most important by far. Okay, you can do it. Hit. Good. And then weapons very quickly. Oh, thank God. Okay, that missile launcher's offline. We're fine. Okay, door system is screwed now. He may get a chance to put out that fire. Oh, please don't kill us. We'll give you everything we have. 47 scrap is pretty good, but the battery charger's not. But we could sell it. We could sell it. I'll take that offer. That's a pretty good offer for Sector 4, I'd say. they're probably they have a good chance to still die anyway. So what do we have at the store? We have crew teleporter and some interesting weapons. Ion blast could be good to help us get through shields a little bit more effectively. Is it better than the stunner? Stunner's been working really well in conjunction with the fire beam. I don't think we're going to be able to buy the crew teleporter because I don't have anything I want to sell. If we sold the stunner, we could. Or the chain laser. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to buy it. Mind control? I'm happy with our current situation. Let's fix up a little bit. Sure, this is fine. The ion blast is tempting, though. But we'd have to replace something, which I don't want to do. If we replaced our fire beam, nah. Once enemies start having 3 bars of shields, it's going to be super hard to break them down, but that's just something we're going to have to deal with anyway. Alright, so more fuel is great here. I don't think a 1-power ion is our solution for success. Let's put it that way. Alright, so this is going to be our last jump until we get to the next sector and end the video. Do we have anything here? Free scrap. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm enjoying the Lanius Cruiser Type A immensely right now. Let's go to NG Homeworlds. I would love to get some NG crew. They do usually have missile defense drones. Doesn't really bother me because I don't have any missile offense. In any case, thanks for watching. Part 2 will be linked. Pardon me, that was gross. Part 2 will be linked in the video description below if you're interested in checking it out. I would encourage you to do so. And of course, if you liked the video, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more FTL in the future. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And I'll see you in a matter of moments, hopefully.